Hey everyone, it's Ellie Mae with Silhouette Secrets Plus, and today I want to share how I designed a fun interchangeable sign in the Silhouette Studio software. So I opened up a file that is an arrow background from Sarah Hurley, and I resized that file to 12 inches by 12 inches. Then I released the compound path, which breaks up the design into individual pieces. I selected only the arrows, and I'm going to add fill color to those arrows. So those arrows are actually on top of this black background that I just added color to. So when you release the compound path, it breaks that design apart and you can work with the pieces individually. Next, I'm going to open up a design for the front, and I'm going to make this interchangeable using magnets. So I am going to print and cut the sayings and then add backing to those sayings and magnets, and then there'll be a magnet on the back of the canvas as well. So I am just sizing this according to what I feel is appropriate for the sign that I'm making. I like to create these mock-ups or design the entire file in the Silhouette Studio software before I even go to cut. So I am simply sizing the design for the marble saying, and then I decided I needed to save this file. You want to save your files on a regular basis just in case something happens, your computer shuts down, or something happens with the software. Next, I'm going to create an offset, and I'm actually going to do a double offset, but I'm going to create the first offset, increase the size of it before I click on apply. Now, offset is going to vary for all of your designs as each design is different. I am adding a second offset, so I'm actually going to print this design on a piece of white. So I'm going to add a white fill color on the back there. So I'm going to do a print and cut. Then I'm going to add a background color to this. Now I had a little bit of an issue here. My whole design was ungrouped for some reason. I didn't know why. I just grouped it back together. No big deal. Then I'm going to take this design and I am going to select everything and group it together and then put it on top of my 12 by 12 and center that to see how I like it. Now in this case, my backing for my design was the same color and I tried to change the whole color. It is grouped together, so I needed to ungroup that. Then I'm going to select the backing and just change it to yellow just so that I can see it a little bit better. I'm actually using the same colors when I go to cut this out, but because it has dimension to it, it is going to give it a different look. Then I'm coming into my Silhouette library and I'm going to open a separate file. The fun part about this is you can create a whole bunch of different sayings that would fit into your sign, and you can change those out on a regular basis. So I'm going to do the same exact thing for this part. Now every design is going to be a little bit different. This one is a little bit skinnier, so I needed a larger offset. If you need a larger offset, you can always come back in and you can make an internal offset of that larger one. It can work for certain designs and help to eliminate some of the wavy texture you see depending on the shape of your design. So I'm going to move the other one off of my design mat. I'm going to fill the backing again with yellow just so we can see it, and then I'm going to move this on and size it according to how I feel that I want it for my project. Keep in mind, once you've made your offset, when you resize that scaling up or down, that does change the size of your original offset around that design. And every project can look a little bit different. So then I just took all the pieces, once I had that design and saved it, I took all the pieces, separated it out. I did not need to cut the backing because my cardstock is 12 by 12. So I'm simply going to cut the arrows out of the 12 by 12 sheet of cardstock, place that on my cutting mat, and loaded it into the machine for it to cut the entire design. And then here is a look at it layered over. This is not glued down yet. This is just a glimpse at the cutout that I had completed. And then I'm going to go back into the software. I'm going to set up the designs for a print and cut. I printed it onto photo paper and then sent it through my Cameo to cut. Now here's where I had a little bit of a snafu with my camera. It is on super speed time lapse. So I glued magnets in between the two layers. I adhered the sayings and then adhered the backing to the glitter cardstock. I am going to leave this in here because I have the footage, but it is so super fast. It was my mistake. Then I used a glue to glue the cardstock backing down to the canvas with a spray glue, and here is how the finished project turned out. background. And it can be customized and changed out as desired. So here's a look at changing out and how easy it is with these magnets to swap this out. Create snarky sayings, inspirational sayings, leave them guessing to what you're going to put up on your sign next. Have this in your craft room or give it as a gift. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for joining me, and check out more information in the description of the video. Have a great day.